Good morning, children. Today we are discussing about a first year topic, that is cell membrane. Very important for examination point of view, as 4 marks. Some basic things regarding cell membrane. The cell membrane studied first in RBCs after a discovery of microscope in 1950s, and cell membrane actually composed by lipids and proteins. So these lipids are bilayered lipids. So cell membrane, based on the functions, it also called as biomembrane or plasma membrane, and it also called as unit membrane. And cell membrane actually composed or made up of proteins and phospholipid layers. So cell membrane acting as selectively permeable membrane and also semi-permeable membrane based on the size of substances which present outside of the plasma membrane. So semi-permeable membrane is mainly depend upon the size of pore in plasma membrane. So the ratio of proteins and lipids in plasma membrane, 52% of proteins present in plasma membrane and also lipids 40% present. This found in RBCs. So there are different controversies and descriptions regarding plasma membrane or cell membrane. Nearly 3 types of models described different scientists. The first model is sandwich model. Sandwich model first explained by Daniel Lee Davson scientists. Both scientists explained about the structure of sandwich model. So based on the structure of plasma membrane, there are 3 types of models. First one is sandwich model, that described or explained by both Daniel Lee and Davson scientists. So this, as per sandwich model, plasma membrane made up of proteins and phospholipids. In plasma membrane, the protein is mainly alpha globule type of protein. So it is very important for MSET or NEET. So proteins in plasma membrane as per sandwich model belongs to alpha globule type of proteins. So phospholipids, the nature of phospholipid molecules are amphipathic nature. Amphipathic nature means they show 2 types of characteristic features. One is hydrophilic and second one is hydrophobic. Hydrophilic means water can transport through the head of the plasma membrane or phospholipid bilayer. When water transport easily, that called as hydrophily. So water lovable molecules called as hydrophily. Next, hydrophobic. Hydrophobic means water cannot transport through the tail part of the phospholipid. Tail part of the phospholipid. So these are the 2 characters present in phospholipid molecule, so that phospholipids are amphipathic nature. When we observe the structure of plasma membrane, a small segment of plasma membrane, it is made up of 2 types of chemicals already we discussed. One is protein, second one is phospholipids. Proteins are present outer side of the 2 phospholipid bilayer. Phospholipids or phospholipid bilayer. It means phospholipid bilayer covered by protein layers. So 2 protein layers present outside or external side. Inside of the protein layer, 2 layers are bilayer phospholipid present. When we observe the structure of phospholipids, it has 2 parts majorly. One is head part, second one is tail part. This head part, above the head part, phosphate is present. After phosphate, protein material is present. So This head part is made by glycerol. So glycerol head is present in phospholipid, and the tail part is made by two fatty acid chains. So head is made by glycerol and tail made by two fatty acid chains. So the head of the phospholipid that made by glycerol head, the nature of glycerol head is hydrophilic. Just now I told you hydrophilic means water lovable. It means it can transport water easily. It can transport or it permits water through which, so that the head of phospholipid is hydrophilic and the tail of phospholipid bilayer is hydrophobic. Hydrophobic means water hate molecule. So water cannot transported through the tail of the phospholipid. So this is the nature of plasma membrane, and the percentage of proteins and phospholipids in plasma membrane or cell membrane is 6:4. So proteins are 6% and phospholipids are 4%. Now when we observe keenly the structure of plasma membrane, there are two layers of proteins present either side of the plasma membrane, and two layers of phospholipids or bilayered phospholipids which contain tail and head part. So in this phospholipid bilayer, two tails which face each other, and between two tails a weak force is present. That weak force is called as van der Waals forces. So this is very important. Van der Waals force is present between two tails. So this is about a sandwich model. Sandwich model means here outside of the protein layers, two layers of phospholipid present. So it is visible like a sandwich, so that it considered as sandwich model that explained by Danieli Davison scientist. Now come to the other type of model regarding plasma membrane that called as unit membrane. Unit membrane first explained by Robertson scientist. So unit membrane also pretty much similar to the sandwich model or similar to the sandwich model. The difference is in unit membrane only the type of protein. In the case of sandwich model, the protein is alpha globule type of protein present in the plasma membrane, and as per unit membrane by Robertson scientist, the protein belongs to beta fibrous type of protein. Remaining every structure or complete structure similar to the sandwich model. Two types of protein layers present outside. Between these two bilayer phospholipids present, and bilayer phospholipids are having amphipathic nature. Okay, and the thickness of plasma membrane is 75 to 100 angstrom units. Thank you.